Good morning, girls. In the last class, we learnt about the different objectives of the Constitution. Today, we'll be talking about Dr. Br Ambedkar and about his contribution to the Indian Constitution. So, we'll begin with the class. Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, popularly known as Baba Sahib, was one of the architects of the Constitution of India. So we had learned before that Dr. Br Ambedkar, he was a chairman of the drafting committee of the Constitution of India. So he was a chairman of the drafting committee and he was also one of the architects of the Indian Constitution. He was one of the designers of the Indian Constitution and he is popularly known as Baba Sahib. He was an eminent jurist, economist, politician and social reformer. So Baba Sahib was a great jurist. Jurist means judge. He was a great judge. He was a great economist. He was a person who was good in who's an expert in economics. Then he was a great politician and a social reformer. Now social reformer is a person who works for the society, who works to bring about changes in the society. So, Bhimrao Ambedkar, he was a great social reformer as well. The text of the Constitution prepared by Baba Sahib provided for constitutional guarantees and protections for a wide range of civil liberties of individual citizens, including freedom of religion, the abolition of untouchability, social rights for women, and a system of reservation of jobs in the government services for members of scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. So the constitution which was drafted by Dr. Br Ambedkar, it guarantees us some civil liberties. Now civil liberties are the rights which we enjoy as the citizens of India. So there are some rights which we enjoy because we are the citizens of India. So this constitution guarantees us those rights. Now which are those rights? Those rights include the freedom of religion. Every person has the freedom to practice and to profess his religion. So there is a freedom of religion. Then the abolition of untouchability. The practice of untouchability was abolished. Social rights for women. Women have their rights in the society. And a system of reservation of jobs in the government services for members of scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. So the scheduled castes and the scheduled tribes, they are the backward. They are the socially and economically backward class in the society. So they have reserved seats in the government jobs. They have reservation in government jobs. These backward classes have reserved seats in the government jobs. So these are some of the civil liberties which the Constitution guarantees or provides us. In order to shape India into a complete sovereign democratic republic in which the liberty and dignity of the individual is ensured, along with national integrity, Baba Sahib incorporated the following principles in the Constitution of India. So, to make sure that India becomes shaped into a independent and democratic republic where every person has rights, where every person has freedom, and where the nation, it follows certain moral principles. So to make sure of all these things, Baba Sahib, Dr. Br Ambedkar, he has included certain principles in the Constitution of India. Now we look into the principles which Dr. Br Ambedkar has included in the Indian Constitution. Made provisions for making the Indian Constitution workable, flexible and strong enough to hold the country together both in peace and in war. So Br Ambedkar, he made arrangements, he made provisions to make the Indian Constitution a workable one. Workable means a practical or a possible one, a flexible one which is not very rigid, which can be subject to changes, which is adaptable to the changes in the society. So he made it a workable, flexible and a very strong constitution so that it can unite the whole country. It can keep the whole country united even during peace and during wars. So that is one principle. Then provided special safeguards to the minorities and certain classes who are socially and educationally backward. So Dr. Br Ambedkar, in the Constitution, he has provided provisions to take care to protect the minorities and the socially and backward classes. Incorporated the right to constitutional remedies to ensure that the fundamental rights of the individuals are not taken away by the center or the state government. So Br Ambedkar has included the right to constitutional remedies in the Constitution. According to this right, according to the right of constitutional remedies, any citizen, they can move to the court of law in case of any denial of their rights. In case if they are denied of any fundamental rights, they can move to the court of law. So that is the right to constitutional remedies, and this has been included in the Constitution. Provided single citizenship, single judiciary and uniformity in fundamental rights to integrate Indian society. Now, single citizenship means that every person, all the people, irrespective of the state they belong to, irrespective of the state they live in, they will remain as a citizen of India. That is, every person who resides in India remains as who belongs to India remains as a citizen of India, even if he lives in any other state. Suppose a person lives in UP. He lives in UP or Gujarat, wherever it is, he remains as a citizen of India. He's not referred to as a citizen of Gujarat or citizen of Kerala or citizen of Tamil Nadu. We do not refer to the person as a citizen of any particular state, but we refer to them as a citizen of India. They remain the citizen of India irrespective of the country irrespective of the state they live in. So that is the meaning of single citizenship. There's only one citizenship in the country. Then we have a single judiciary. Now you know that there are different levels of judiciary. There is a Supreme Court, the High Court, the District Court. There are different levels of judiciary in the country, but all these courts, they are controlled by the Supreme Court. They come under the control of the Supreme Court. So that is the meaning of single judiciary. And uniformity, we have a uniformity in the country. We all are referred to as Indians. We have a uniformity in the country in fundamental laws to integrate Indian society. So Br Ambedkar, he has provided all these. He has provided single citizenship, single judiciary and uniformity to make sure that the Indian society remains as one whole country, as a united country. Therefore, he proposed a strong center to maintain territorial integrity and administrative discipline, to make sure that there is territorial oneness. Territorial oneness means the territory state as a whole and undivided. The territory state remains as an undivided whole state. So to make sure that there is territorial oneness and to make sure that there is discipline in the administrative level, Dr. Br Ambedkar, he proposed a strong center. Incorporated directive principles to ensure social and economic democracy and welfare of the people of India. So Dr. Br Ambedkar, he has also included the directive principles in the Constitution. The directive principles are those which ensures that the state promotes people's welfare of the people, including social, economic and political justice. So to ensure all this, he has included the directive principles in the democracy in the Constitution. So these are the principles which was incorporated in the Constitution by Baba Sahib. So we have completed this chapter, the Constitution of India. In this chapter, we learnt about the Constitution, about the role of Constituent Assembly, about the drafting of the Constitution. Then we learnt about the preamble. Preamble was the introductory part of the Constitution, and in the preamble there was the nature of the state, description about the nature of state, and also there it had details about the objectives of the Constitution in the preamble. So we learnt about the nature of state, about the objectives of the Constitution, and also the role of Br Ambedkar in the Indian Constitution. So that's all for today, girls. Thank you.